Today we have the V8 Beast. This is a 2026 Mercedes-AMG GT63 4-door coupe. Today's video, I'll take you guys on a brief tour of the exterior, jump on the interior and go on a test drive in this magnificent 2026 GT63 4-door coupe. As you can see here, this is a magnificent color choice for your GT. We have the manufacturer Arabian Grey, which will cost you about $2,800. The total retail of this GT63 4-door coupe is $186,000. Now stick around, I'll tell you why you have to pay such a heavy sticker price for this GT63. All right, let's check out what's underneath the hood. And of course, notice the Infotainment badging right here, which sits flush on the hood. This is a handcrafted AMG 4-liter V8 biturbo engine, producing a staggering 577 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque, which means it launches this super sedan from 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. We have a 9-speed automatic transmission, and this car also has 4MATIC all-wheel drive. Fuel economy is a modest 17 mpg, so you do have some compromises in terms of fuel economy because this is a V8 beast. Magnificent car, drives fantastic. We have a 4MATIC all-wheel drive system in this car. Also has rear axle steering, which means at very high speeds you can have the rear wheels turned by 1.5 degrees on the opposite direction of the front wheels for speeds up to 62 miles per hour, which means you get additional stability on the car. Rear wheel grip is improved and good steering responses as you turn around the corners in your GT63. This is handcrafted by Christopher Ball, straight from Mercedes-AMG Germany. Right, that's the engine bay of the GT63. Another amazing feature, you notice we have power domes in the hood, which are these bulges, 2 of them, and there are others on the edge of the hood of the car. A Infotainment badge sits flush on the hood. Coming down to lower section, this is a very aggressive appearance on this GT. We have this 2-stage separation, black piano liquid trim all around, and we have active arrows underneath right here. We have these vertical sluts which actually open at high speeds to provide for additional cooling of this car. Paramecanic grille is standard in the GT with the vertical sluts finished in the gunmetal gray. Mercedes Star houses your active distance electronic systems, the radar systems and so on. We have a front-facing camera up top, and of course it's an AMG. We do have a badging on the right hand side, and on either side we have these amazing multi-beam LED headlights. Remember, this new GT63 has a different front fascia compared to the previous generation, and this one piece happens to connect onto the lower section of the car, and I don't find it as aggressive as the previous gen, and I'll show you a few images of a previous GT and how this section looks very different. Remember, we had very large intakes down here, but because of damage from the intercooler systems through rock chips, Mercedes-AMG redesigned this section. So the intercoolers are on the other side here. We have a black piano liquid trim, aero features on the side here, and of course we have these multi-beam LED lights, with each light casing has 84 LEDs inside here. Single eyebrow at the very top. You can see the multi-beam insignia right inside here. Also notice the head-up display system on the upper dash. Let's jump to the side perspective. We have very good looking side profile. We have Pilot Sport all-season 4 tires. The size of the front tires is 275/35/R21. These are 21-inch rims, multi-spoke, and the high performance braking system. These are the red brake calipers, 6-piston massive brake calipers. The front discs are slotted as well as perforated for additional cooling. I did mention the V8 biturbo 4MATIC plus badging. Other features, this car has the MG9 package, which is why we have these black accents. Side mirror housings are also finished in black. You also have the additional black element right here. Naturally, we have the chrome door handles. We also have the frameless doors on your GT. Step into the rear section, some sensors down here, some more aero characteristics on the rear of this car. And rear design, we have these magnificent looking LED taillights, AMG branding on the LED taillights, which wrap around from this side of the car to the trunk itself. Love the AMG badging because this car does have the AMG Night Package Plus, which means you don't have fully chrome branding on the car. It has this dark chrome accent, the AMG branding as well. Mercedes style is also finished in the same dark chrome as well as the GT63 insignia of the car. Lower section, before we jump into the trunk, we have bumperettes right here to protect your license plate, and the performance exhaust system with the quad exhaust tailpipes with the AMG branding all throughout, and a very simple rear diffuser on your GT63. Amazing looking car. Let's go ahead and open up the trunk and take a look at the storage and see how much capacity we have in the GT63. This is about 20 cubic feet of storage. I love this piece right here, metallic piece, which protects the section of the trunk rather. And inside here we do have AMG floor mats, very good quality floor mats with a carpet as opposed to just simple plastic, and the AMG branding. We do have a first aid kit right here, Burmester behind speaker system, and this is a cargo cover to protect your luggage in the hot sun. Up top we do have electronic tailgate to close your trunk, and this is a safety light in case you have your trunk open in the freeway. Let's have the drivers coming up that your trunk is open. On your GT we do have the cargo cover here to protect your luggage from the hot sun, and everything is pretty nice inside here. There is some additional storage here. These are the extra Mercedes-Benz original lug nuts, finished in these are actually the wheel lock for light alloy wheels for safety, and some storage down here, and electronic tailgate. And by the way, another feature is that we have the rear spoiler lip. Let me go ahead and activate that rear spoiler lip, and you can see that in action. And how about the exhaust sound, exhaust performance of the GT? All right guys, let's jump inside before we head out on a drive. The rear seats are pretty amazing. We have this manufacturer exclusive white on the interior with the two-tone leather options. We do have cup holders right here, which are standard in your car, and there is another section inside here to have your cell phone in case of a drive. You want to store it inside here, and reading light accessories, coat hanger. On the door we have a carbon fiber Burmester behind speaker system, and all the speakers up here. Good quality. Build quality is pretty amazing in this car, and this is all white leather. I wish this was actually black leather, but this is a custom built GT63. This is what you get, but obviously we have enough legroom at the top here, and also enough headroom. We do have headliner Alcantara throughout the car. Climate control vents at the center here looks pretty decent and standard. Build quality is actually pretty amazing. These do have ambient lights at night, which is an added plus in your GT. And amazing looking forward, flat bottom design steering wheel, which is white. I know you guys will have a ton of comments to say about that, but this looks like a futuristic cabin, and center console looks like that of a spaceship. Let's jump inside and head on for a drive. This is just an amazing looking car. Let's go ahead and jump inside and go on a test drive. All right, moment of truth. Let's go on a test drive in this GT63 Ford Coupe. Wow, look at this, guys. On a scale of 1 to 10, would you get this interior or option for different type of interior? This is the manufacturer white as well as the black. Let's step inside. This car does have the carbon fiber option, which is why you have all these ton of carbon fiber elements across. Let's go ahead and give the car some power. And wow, this is looking Pretty amazing. So first thing you notice once you step inside this car, it is all tech. Amazing looking tech. First things first, I'll adjust to the sport mode. And how about the carbon fiber all throughout the cabin, on the upper dash, on the right hand side as well. Feels pretty amazing. And one other thing, I'll go ahead and swipe on the MBUX infotainment system, go to performance menu and pick the engine. And switch the car to the sport mode. This car does have a number of drive modes. We also have a race mode for those times you want to do drift. So actually it doesn't have the race mode. The race mode is actually in the GT63 SE Performance. This only ends up to the Sport Plus mode. First things first, love the sound of the V8. As I turn around the corner, I can feel the rear axle steering taking effect to provide for amazing turning radius. And before you get on the Sport Plus mode, just wanted to tune it to the comfort mode and see what the difference is. Once I switch to the Sport Plus mode, then the valves in the exhaust open up and there is better throttle response and all the right bells and whistles. Right off the bat, it sounds pretty amazing. Trying to adjust my side mirrors, the controls are down here. Wow, it feels amazing. But the one thing I would not advise you guys is to get a wide steering wheel, especially on a hot day. If the palms of your hands start sweating, then it's really not good. Wow, it just takes off. I mean, it does not compromise. Wow, that's amazing. It doesn't compromise one bit. It just takes off. Around the corner, it's pretty nice because the rear axle kicks in at speeds of under 62 miles an hour. You actually start to feel the rear axle steering wheel, which goes to 1.5 degrees, providing for additional rear wheel grip and very amazing stability in the car, and also reduces the turning radius. Absolutely amazing turning radius. Wow. And it's one of those things that you drive this car and you feel the power of the V8. 577 horsepower is pretty amazing. But guarantee if you take this car on the track, 0 to 60 is achievable in 3 seconds, 3.2 seconds, 3 seconds. There is still argument about how fast you can do that, but from a driver's perspective, this is a very comfortable car. Love the seats. They do have thigh support right here on the side to give you additional support at the base of the seat. Power memory seats, heated, cooled, as well as ventilated seats. And center console is where all the magic happens. You can adjust all the different let's say the drive modes right here, from comfort, sport, sport plus, you can see that, and which also adjusts the suspension. On the rear spoiler, you can push it up. Now it's up right here, turns to red. And cup holders is standard in the car. 2 cup holders, USB ports, and carbon fiber. So now in the sport mode, it actually is a good balance. You can feel the power. The car is asking for more power, but it's also very comfortable. The throttle response is not as aggressive. The steering is not as aggressive. You can get some feedback, but also in a much more comfortable zone. But once I switch to the Sport Plus mode, then everything tightens up in the car. The suspension, the throttle response, the steering wheel as well. There's more feedback, rear axle steering kicking in, and wow. I mean, this is a beast, no doubt. It's an amazing car. Hey, Mercedes.
How can I help?
I'm hot.
I'm reducing the temperature to 68 degrees.
Wow, it just takes off. Such a fun car to drive. You can also feel the pops once you turn around, which is pretty amazing. I'm gonna just park here in the shade and talk a little bit more about the interior options in your GT63. Love the air vent system here, and if I press this menu button down here, switch to the climate control systems, then increase the fan speed. We have a dual climate control system, which is nice. It's a pretty hot day, so I'm gonna keep that running at 72 degrees. 64 colors ambient lighting is standard in your GT. Hey, Mercedes.
How may I help you?
Set ambient light to red.
Okay, I'm changing the color.
This looks pretty nice, and all through the cabin is switched to red. We do have also the carbon fiber trim options on the rear panel of the door here, on the side. And how about the seats, guys? The Falter back crest on the headrest, and love this aluminum, says AMG branding right here. And also the seats are pretty nice, perforations, very nice comfortable leather, especially on a hot day. There is a button here for the cooled seats. I'm going to engage that because it's pretty toasty right now. It's 60 degrees, but it feels warmer. Overall, it's a fantastic car. Side visors are standard with the Alcantara, good. And SOS systems up here, lights. It's the other sun visor here with the card holder and the mirror. Love the headliner. And we do have a panorama roof. Actually, doesn't look like it opens, which is interesting. Do I need to press and hold? Huh, that's interesting. Okay. Overall, good looking car. All the other options. This car does have a track pace right here, and so if you take your car to the racetrack, you can record your telemetry, drag race. Let's just start from here again in a straight line. I'll just go back just a little bit. This car does have a parking assist system and 360-degree cameras. You can see all throughout, and the park assist is right here. We're not going to do that, so let's go ahead and check the track pace. Okay, let's go back one more time and engage it again. Track pace. I'm gonna measure the drag race. Wow, it did measure that, and you can save recording or cancel, which also measures the time, the weather conditions, 60 degrees Fahrenheit and sunny. I'm not going to record that. I'm going to cancel it, and also disengage the track pace, so you know that's there if you need it. If you take your car on the racetrack, you can see the G forces inside here. Switches the mode, you can see your drag races, and record your telemetry, speed, accelerator pedal, brake pedal. Check out the drag race, start the measurement, please drive off or press the race button, and this is how the driver's side looks like. And one thing you notice is it turns off the AC, so you get more power in your car, so no compromises on all the metrics or the data points as you begin the drag race. And we're not going to do that. I'm just going to cancel, exit, and other options. We have the performance menu. I always like to see the performance menu in red, so I'll switch to red, and same as here. Amazing. And everything else you've seen in the MBUX infotainment system, as I've driven a ton of these cars. We have a comfort menu here, which means we have seat kinetics. If you engage that, for the driver you'll receive, let's see if there's any more info, backrest support, as well as a seat surface adjustment as you drive the car, which means around the corners you'll receive additional support. The seat is just going to adjust the contours. Nav systems, pretty standard, nothing new here. And let's go ahead and set the navigation system. Just cancel that first. Where to park and ride. I want to see the
quarter of a mile, turn right.
I want to see the head-up display system up here. It's going to give us some camera feed from the camera on the windshield here, but also the head-up display does show some metrics, but you can barely see because it's pretty bright today. Let's go ahead and adjust to the race menu. I don't know if you can see that on the windshield. Let's go ahead and set to the performance and see. So as I come up ahead on this intersection, you'll see the camera feed. Hopefully it's going to show up.
700 feet at the end of the road, turn right onto South Lone Peak Parkway.
So let's see if this shows up.
Now turn right onto South Lone Peak Parkway.
Let me go to the... Oh, there is no camera feed. That's interesting. I initially thought that the
900 feet at the traffic light, turn right onto Utah 71.
I'm gonna cancel that. I did think that you'd see a camera feed once you turn at that intersection, but obviously that doesn't show up. But this is a look in the GT. So overall, for almost 200,000, you get quite a bit of car. You get performance, you get style, you get luxury, you get everything, 4 doors, and a perfect car for a road trip. And and there is no compromises in this car. I think this is a car to get. Let's go ahead and see if we can engage the parking system. There is a P button here with a camera. So the parking is engaged. It's trying to find a parking. I'm hoping it finds a parking here. Hopefully, let's find this parking. Come on. I don't know if it's gonna find the parking. It's a ton of parking. It's not finding it. Let's just try this parking. It also did adjust the base of the seat to give me more thigh support, and overall it's a fantastic car. We do have the drive units right here to adjust your drive modes from Comfort, Sport, and the Sport Plus, and so not sure how it's trying to park. So that's the spot it chose, but I don't want to park here. I want to park behind where we have all the GTs. There is also a GT53 up here. Okay, it's pretty. Okay, so you can see the sensors are active. They are indicating how we are parking. I think it's pretty good. Alright, that's it. Quick look, 2026 Mercedes-AMG GT63 4-door coupe, the magnificent V8 GT. This is the one to get, $186,000, and a fantastic car. Till next time, guys, subscribe to Mercedes Lounge weekly videos. Stay positive. Peace.